Yo, what is up, guys? Oscar here with a couple of new videos. I'm gonna do the Washington football team video first, and then the Real Madrid video second. Um, so let's go ahead and let's get started. So Washington wins it 34-30 over the Atlanta Falcons. First and foremost, my thoughts on the game. Defense is trash. Defense is garbage. Defense basically almost cost Washington into the game. Taylor Heineke, JD McKissic, y'all are the heroes. Taylor Heineke, you're still right now. You're solid right now. You're proving that you're the rightful QB1 for Washington for this season. Granted, I don't know the future, but I think that you can rest easy if you keep on and putting up performances today, like you did today. You had incredible throws. You ran when you needed to. You didn't force a lot of things. You almost had a couple of interceptions. If it wasn't for Anthony Harris, dropping them and stuff like that, and then not Anthony, Eric Harris, I think his name, Eric Harris, dropping certain interceptions, and then he of course he got hurt in today's game. So Taylor Heineke, you are one of the reasons Washington won today. JD McKissic, you're the biggest reason why Washington won today. You had a big time catch. You're usually a silent running back. You can have a big game or a big play here, and then you can have a quiet game and a quiet play here. I love it. I love you as a wild card, and that's what we need, because you were quiet throughout today's game, and the next thing you know, you got a 36-yard take it to the house type of play that gave Washington the lead and ultimately gave them the win. So, Dustin Hopkins, oh my goodness, can we please just cut him? Can we just cut him, please? So, missed two missed extra points back to back. Get rid of them. I don't care what other if the kickers out there are bad or not. Just give another kicker a chance. I'm done with this. Dustin Hopkins missing extra points. Technically speaking, point is moot. But if say that Washington makes those true extra points, they would have had a 14-10 lead going, for them into the half. First off, secondly, they would have had a 21-17 lead, but no, that didn't happen. Instead, Washington, they technically, if it wasn't for those two missed extra points, it would have been tied 30-30, and it would have been fine. But again, point is moot with Washington getting that touchdown drive. I think J.D. McKissic was like, nah, I don't trust Dustin Hopkins. I think, Ron Rivera, them were like, we need to score a touchdown. We can't be, trusting in Dustin Hopkins. And the commentators are saying, well, we're in Dustin Hopkins field goal range. I'm like, no, we're not. We either have to, we have to get a touchdown on this drive. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it at this point. So, it is what it is there. Some injury notes as well. And if you're noticing, I'm not doing the good, the bad, the ugly. Just yet, because I do have a lot more to say. With the good, the bad, the ugly. What else was I saying? Lost my train of thought. Lost my train of thought here. Man. Lost my train of thought. Well, I'll think about it once I get there. If I remember when I do the good, the bad, the ugly here now. So let's do the good, the bad, the ugly. The good was, like I said, Taylor Heineke, had a solid game. Almost had 300 yards passing. Had I want to say like three touchdowns. No interceptions this game. Had a few yards rushing. I think he had 50 yards rushing or something, 60 yards rushing. Or he had 40 something yards rushing. He didn't force the ball like he did last week. He just, when he needed to tuck and run, he tuck and ran. So, that's good. J.D. McKissic, like I said, the hero of this game. Terrin McCormin had, I think, over 200 yards receiving and a touchdown. Antonio Gibson had, 10 carries for 63 yards or something like that and a touchdown. So the offensive output today was outstanding. It was great. Altogether, the offense was the good. Special teams unit, oh my goodness. The special teams unit is really, really good. Aside from the whole Dustin Hopkins missing extra points and missing field goals, but that's him. That's all him. I'm noticing more that it's not the special teams unit, but the special teams unit. DeAndre Carter, 101 yards to the house, and it was literally they received the second half kickoff, and he took that and he ran and he got the touchdown. So that is the second week in a row the Washington football team gets something with the special teams unit. Last week it was kind of like the sort of onside kick that they picked up or recovered, and the next thing you know they do this. So special teams unit is also good. The offense, all around good. So yeah, there we go. Some bad was Dustin Hopkins. It is what it is. I already spoke about it. Washington need to find a new kicker at this point. I don't care. I don't think he's gonna make the plane ride home. The defense was. I'll put the defense in the ugly category. I'll talk more about that. The penalties. It was 50-50, but there were a lot of penalties that just, didn't do it for me. Like that roughing the passer penalty off of Chase Young, which I think Chase Young already should have just sacked him instead of tackled him or whatever, because the ball was out of Matt Ryan's hands in that fourth down play. And the crazy thing was that Washington got an interception on that play. So, it negated the interception. It gave the ball back to the Falcons. I can't remember if they scored a touchdown on that drive or not. It must have been. The defense also, Cordell Patterson had a day. So, I said I will go get to the ugly on the defense. Some other bads. I didn't want to put this in the bad category. The injuries are, depending on the injury, because, who knows how it's going to work out. We lost Logan Thomas on the first drive to a hamstring injury. Hopefully he's okay, but I wouldn't rush him. I would not rush Logan Thomas. Activate Simon Reyes. That's why we have Simon Reyes there. Let's see if Logan Thomas can't go next week. Then we get to see Simon Reyes. I'm looking forward to that. But, the injuries were piling up in this game. Brandon Scherff, knee injury. What other? De'Ami Brown. I don't remember what the injury for De'Ami Brown was, but he got injured. Who else did I see? Torrey McTyer had an injury, and penalties on him. What other injuries did I notice that were kind of key? Terrin McCormin, he got hurt, but he came back. So it is what it is there. So hopefully, depending on those key players that I mentioned, hopefully they're okay. I'm hoping that they're okay so that we can be good to go, because we're gonna need all hands on deck for the Saints next week. So let's get to the ugly, and I really want to get into the ugly. The defense was the only ugly. The penalties are the penalties. I already spoke about on that. The refs really wanted Washington to lose this game. They really wanted to give a fumble. Terrin McCormin, it was an incomplete pass, but they really wanted to say fumble and give the ball to the Falcons. But, New York intervened there, so I'm kind of happy that the play stood. They had a few pass interference. The defense, again, William Jackson, if they're not getting burned, they're getting pass interference calls, which I'm just sick and tired of seeing, to be honest. This defense, that's all they're good for, getting pass interference calls or getting burned. So that's pretty much it. some stars on the defense, if there is any silver lining on the defense. Cole Holcomb had himself a game today. He was making tackles in the backfield. He was making tackles. He forced a fumble, even though I guess they whistled the play dead, and he ran it all the way back into, I think it was either fell into the red zone or he got a touchdown off of it. I can't remember. I think he made it all the way to the other side of the field to almost score a touchdown. But the point is moot, like I said, because there was a penalty. So the penalties, or the play was dead, or the refs, said that the play was dead. So it is what it is. Cordell Patterson had himself a day. I think it was 3 touchdowns, and they were all receiving touchdowns. Michael Davis had a 52-yard run. Landon Collins is trash. He was getting burnt. Out of position all the time. Kendall Fuller burnt. William Jackson burnt. If he wasn't, getting PI calls. Guys, John Bostic burned. Man, this defense is all around bad. The question is, if Washington would have lost this game, would Jack Del Rio be fired? Who knows? Hopefully, Taylor Heineke basically saved his job. Basically, Washington's offense bailed him out, but it cannot happen every week. This offense is not good, doing this every week. If you're relying on your offense, then defense is. I really don't want to talk more about the defense, but alrighty, guys, that'll do it for this video. Who was your standout player? Standout guys for the game. Like I said, I think that J.D. McKissic, silent game today, but he is the ultimate hero. Him and Taylor Heineke. When Taylor Heineke literally he scrambled to his left, and Ron Rivera doesn't like that. The play callers do not like Taylor Heineke scrambling to his left, and somehow everyone was covered, and then somehow J.D. McKissic gets free. Taylor Heineke finds him, and then J.D. McKissic just takes it to the house. So, alrighty, that'll do it for this video. If you're new to my channel, you like Washington football team content, remember, I'm trying to get to those 100 subscribers by the end of the year, so I'd greatly appreciate it if you hit that sub button down below. Until then, guys, keep it real. If you guys are Real Madrid fans, Real Madrid is up next. Alright, guys, peace.